Welcome back to Meet Me on Main, our new show where we check out the best restaurant gems that Clarkstown has to offer. Our final stop of today is an authentic Mexican restaurant. The owner, Cesar, is building his own restaurant empire right here in Clarkstown. Let's go in and check out Sangrias. So Cesar, thanks so much for having us on Meet Me on Main. Delighted to be here. Maybe you could tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from originally.
I was actually born in El Salvador, right in the border of El Salvador and Guatemala, and I was born and raised there. And I came here when I was 16 years old. Since 1997, I've been in Rockland County, and I love it so far. It's been the best place to live. We start as a little deli in Lake Road on Congress in 2013, and back in the day used to call Nose Deli, and then we changed the name to Sangrias Restaurant in 2015 when I decided to open the dining room. And since then, it's been very grateful. Town, the whole community is very supportive.
So it's you and your mom and your sister, and you've really become like a little bit of a mogul here. You live in Clarkstown, right? But you've got 3 distinct locations. And,
right.
And 2 of them you opened up during the pandemic, right?
Correct, yes. When we started back in 2013, it was just me and my mom cooking in the kitchen. And I found out there was another bigger place, and we went and we moved right before the pandemic. We moved November 26, 2019, and right before the pandemic was the best of the best. It was every day, which is better, better, better. And you know,
that's the old Dynasty Inn on Route 303.
303, yeah, 97 South Road 303. And this came up, this third place, and Nanuet.
So this location in Nanuet,
yes.
In the Nanuet Mall South.
Nanuet Mall South, yeah, 416 Market Street. Came and looked at it, and I fell in love with the place when I saw it. I said, I take it over, and we opened in October 2020, and so far it's been amazing. Mm-hmm. Consider the situation, I think we're doing real good. Right. People love our food. We try to do our best fresh ingredients possible. Mm-hmm. Everything is homemade. We don't buy nothing already made.
Mm-hmm. Tell me a little bit about the menu and what are like your top sellers, your best dishes?
One of the biggest dishes we always had it, and we had it since we opened, is called the shrimp Acapulco, which is fresh shrimp stuffed with fresh Chihuahua cheese, which is white nice cheese, almost like a mozzarella, but it's not. And you wrap it in bacon. Most restaurants they sell it dry. I create a little jalapeno cream sauce. Mm-hmm. And just pour a little sauce over the top and makes the flavor much better. Our paellas, we have it called Sangrias Paella. Everybody makes paella, but we make it different. I like to put chorizo and chicken in mine. Mm-hmm. Again, the pork and the chicken, I think, brings the flavor of the other stuff. When you mix it with cleansed mussels, calamar, and shrimp, it's a great combination. Mm-hmm. It's made by order, it's made fresh, whatever they like, whatever they don't like, we can pretty much make it as they taste. Our steak, we use 05 Angus steaks. Our biggest seller is skirt steak. Everybody has skirt steak. We call it churrasco, as a real Spanish name for it. It is complicated to serve medium rare. I think the more flavor out of the steak's medium, so you can cook a little bit longer, and it's real nice and tender. And again, we always put spices on it, and always use fresh ingredients. We sear jalapenos and onions and mushrooms over. Mm-hmm. That extra spice that you put the fresh jalapenos, for me, brings the flavor of the meat better. Mm-hmm. And I think that's one of other dishes besides fajitas. We sell a ton of fajitas. Right. We use fresh ingredients again. Mm-hmm. I like to use the chicken tender fresh because that tender of the chicken is the best way to sear the chicken with the peppers, onions, and mushrooms. Mm-hmm. And we serve on a seasoned plate with your side dish of rice and beans and garnish with guacamole, pico de gallo, and sour cream. Right. And you get your homemade tortillas, that's how you're supposed to eat it. Like pretty much make your own taco.
I stop here in Sangrias a couple of times a week. The food is great and the people are great.
Tell me about any great Mexican place, any great Spanish food place really needs great drinks. You've got a really wonderful bar here.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about the bar and your margaritas and what you're named after, your sangria.
Our top sellers definitely are margaritas. We have a great selection of margaritas. We have over 15 different margaritas. And we have one which is the best, I think. It's called the Mexico's Finest, which is made with 100% Patron, Saint Germain liqueur, lime juice, a little bit of Grand Marnier, and it's just the mix is soft. When you mix all these liqueurs together, it's excellent.
And then, of course, your name, Sangria. So tell us about your sangria here.
Our biggest is Spanish red sangria, which is made with different brandies, different liqueurs. Nice wine from Spain, a little bit of orange juice and pineapple juice mixed into it. And again, we have that recipe since we opened, and so far people loving it. It's nice and strong. You can taste the wine, you can taste the brandy, you taste the juice at the same time. And we garnish that with fresh sliced apples and oranges and some berries. It's better, fresher drinks. A little on the strong side, but it's also very popular for us.
So you have a variety of sangrias, a variety of margaritas.
We have over 65 different tequilas.
So really, you could come here and you could experiment. You could be here, come here every week, and you wouldn't have you could have a different margarita every week.
Yes, for at least 2.5 months straight.
The margaritas are fantastic here, nice and refreshing. I always get them here at Sangrias.
And so you're open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner in Congers?
Congers open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The one at 45 Lake Road, yes.
Right, and then for the other two, here and in Congers?
We have the same hours. We open 11 to 10. Weekends 11 to 11, but most likely 11 to 10. That's our standard hours every day.
You have future plans. You're looking to open up a new place, Spanish Steakhouse, within the next year. Tell us a little bit about that.
I have plans to do a nice Spanish steakhouse, but I also want to bring something that Rockland County doesn't have. That same style steak, they can have a high-end steak, but they also can have our taste and be a little more high-end, but at the same time, the same quality of meat and steak and chicken and seafood at the same time.
That location is pretty much very near to your place on 303, right?
Yes, that's what we're working on having it. Again, it's going to take me about a year, hopefully next spring. We're doing the grand opening.
Great.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about how working with the town, what that was like, with town government during the pandemic.
I think working with the town, my own experience has been great. The outside dining was great. They gave us that temporary permit, and in hours, you go there and it's in and out. They know, they understand, we here for business, we have to pay those bills. So they're actually working with us very well.
We pass it again, so for 2021, there's outdoor dining again. As soon as you want to start it, you can get going with it. So.
That's a great news. That is a great news.
So I want to thank you for your confidence in Clarkstown and the people here in Clarkstown. 3 restaurants and soon to be a 4th within a year. I really want to thank you for your entrepreneurship and for having us today.
Thank you very much. Work with us and make our lives better and easier.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. Hopefully you'll patronize Sangria and the other restaurants that were on the show. If you'd like to suggest a restaurant for a future show, please contact me at supervisor@clarkstown.org. Also, like us on Facebook and on YouTube, and please share these videos. Until next time, I'm Supervisor George Homan, and I'll meet you on Main.